The greatest illusion of the modern world is that you think you're free. Imagine, you wake up in the morning, you pick up your phone, you check your messages, you scroll through the news, social media, and you think, I live in a free world. You can choose what you eat, what you wear, who you listen to. You can vote, you can travel, you can buy whatever you want. Everything screams at you. You are free. But listen carefully. This is the greatest lie of our time, because your freedom is nothing more than a carefully programmed illusion, the invisible cage. Freedom doesn't mean you can choose between 10 kinds of breakfast cereal in the supermarket. Freedom doesn't mean you can vote for a system that's already in place, regardless of who's in power. Freedom doesn't mean you can scroll endlessly, trapped by algorithms that determine what you see, what you think, and even what you feel. You think you're free, but look deeper. Every thought you have is influenced. Every choice you make is guided. You think you're in charge, but how much of what you do is truly yours? The illusion of choice. They've given you 1,000 choices, so you don't realize there's no real choice. Whether you go left or right, you remain in the same maze. Whether you choose red or blue, you remain in the same cage. You think you're experiencing freedom, but in reality, you're living variations of the same prison. The illusion of security. They say, we limit your freedom for your own security, but security without freedom is a gilded cage, and many of us are content with that cage, as long as it shines. You live in a world that teaches you to be afraid. Afraid of poverty, afraid of illness, afraid of rejection. And as long as you are afraid, you remain obedient. The power of conditioning. From the moment you were little, you were told how to think. School taught you to obey, not think. Media teaches you to consume, not create. Religion and systems teach you to search outside yourself, not within. And now, as an adult, you think this is your identity. But who would you be if all those voices were silent? The illusion of progress. The modern world makes you believe we are freer than ever. But how free are you really, if you can't even go a day without technology? How free are you when your mood is controlled by screens, numbers, likes? How free are you when your health, your energy, your dreams are made dependent on systems that drain you? True freedom is radical. It means seeing through the illusion and refusing to be a pawn any longer. It means stopping living in someone else's dream and creating your own. Freedom means responsibility for every thought, every emotion, every choice. Freedom is knowing that you are not your job. You are not your passport. You are not your guilt, your role, your mask. You are consciousness itself, and no one can own it. Awakening. Look closely. The bars of your cage are made of beliefs. I can't live without this. I have to live up to that. I have no choice. But as soon as you see that these are just thoughts, the bars crumble, because nothing has power over you unless you give it that power. Freedom cannot be found outside of you. Freedom begins within. It is the courage to free yourself from fear, from lies, from dependency. The choice, and now comes the point that determines everything, because the truth is confronting. You are not free, but you can become free. The question is, do you dare? Do you dare to break away from the familiar? Do you dare to live without the approval of the crowd? Do you dare to walk your own path, even when the world laughs at you or opposes you? Because ultimate freedom demands sacrifice. It demands that you die to the illusion, that you die to who you thought you were, and that you be born into the power of your true self. The fire within you. There is a fire within you that cannot be extinguished, a voice that whispers, "There is more than this. You have always felt it." That is why it resonates with you now, because deep inside you know you were not made for slavery. You were made to create, to live in truth, to be free. Closing and call to action. The greatest illusion of the modern world is that you think you're free. But the truth, you are a prisoner who always held the key. So stand up, see beyond the facade, Break the chains of fear, of conditioning, of systems that want to keep you small. Choose yourself. Choose your truth. Choose your freedom. For only when you shed the mask and walk your own path will you discover that you were never imprisoned. The cage was always an illusion, and you were always free. This is only the beginning of your journey. Every thought, every action, every day can bring you closer to complete freedom. Stay aware. Keep letting go. Keep awakening. Subscribe to this channel and follow the full series to experience your complete liberation and awakening for your freedom, your power, and your true self.